Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your November 2021 mid-month general readings. We are looking at the last 2 weeks of November, and this reading is for the air sign of Gemini, our beautiful twins. Welcome, everyone. I hope you're all doing well, safe, and healthy. Thanks for taking the time to be here to watch this video. Your likes, shares, subscribes, all of that. Thank you so much. And for those of you who are celebrating the holiday of Thanksgiving, the upcoming holiday of Thanksgiving, I hope everyone has a safe and happy and peaceful Thanksgiving. Yes, my background has changed just temporarily. I'm doing a little bit of traveling, but I'll actually be back by the time these posts. So sometimes when you're traveling, the background's always a bit hit and miss. So I apologize for the blandness of it. Anyway, let's get right into this. Gemini, this is for you for the last 2 weeks of November 2021. So that's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Gemini. It's relevant if you're cross-watching for a Gemini. Of course, it's a general reading. It's going to resonate a little differently for everyone. Watch all of your signs for additional insight and perspective. And if you find that something does resonate with you, you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, take a deeper look at something for yourself or as a gift for someone else, you can click on the description link below. You'll see my email address there, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. Feel free to email me directly. I can usually respond the same day with more information. I do offer a wide variety of readings, and I'd be delighted to hear from you and to work with you. They also make great gifts, and we are transitioning into the holiday season, so nothing more personal than a personal reading. So something to keep in mind as we enter the gift-giving season. Okay, Gemini twins. Let's see what the last 2 weeks of November look like for you. I am using the Gilded Tarot. Okay, Gemini. We begin with the Six of Swords, healing, moving away from something difficult or challenging and into a better place, more balanced, more peaceful, more serene and harmonious. You're not quite to the other shore yet and on solid ground, but you're definitely moving towards that. So the worst of the muddy waters is behind you. The Six of Swords comes with the Four of Pentacles, sometimes called the Miser card. Restrictive energy, particularly financially and materially, are being closed off and guarded as well, needing to be really careful with your money and resources. So for some of you, which feels a little like a combination of your two sister signs, Aquarius and Libra, some of you, many of you, this is financial healing. You're coming from a place of financial difficulty and challenge and healing. It may be that you have to pay very close attention to your money, your budgeting, how you spend, perhaps being quite frugal, but that's part of the healing process as well, and it's transitional. Next to that, we have the magician, the manifester, the entrepreneur of the tarot. This is somebody who started off as just a little apprentice who didn't know anything, and over quite a period of time, the magician has learned through trial and error, success and failure, until he's finally reached a point where he has the wisdom, the experience, the knowledge, the tools in which to take what he thinks about in his head and in his heart and manifest it into physical reality by combining all of those things that he's learned, putting them together with the hard work in order to make something a reality for himself. He knows how to do it. It's not just enough to visualize it. You have to take what you know, your wisdom, your experience, your know-how, or go out and get that wisdom, experience, and know-how and pair it with the physical work to actually make something happen. What are you manifesting? The Seven of Swords. Are you manifesting it secretly? The Seven of Swords, I fondly, jokingly refer to it as my sneaky thief card. It can be positive or it can be negative or challenging. It's self-serving. So it means that it can represent negative deception, theft, lying, exploitation, but it also represents that somebody has something they want to gain, maintain, acquire, do, an objective, right? They have something, they have an objective, right? And in order to manifest that objective, they're doing things in secret or undercover, or they're playing their cards very close to their chest because that's what they feel they need to do. It feels so far, Gemini, like whatever you're doing as part of the healing process, you're either not telling anyone or you're not telling very many people about it because you have something that you're wanting to achieve and you understand and recognize that it's going to take a period of time to do that. And you're not really talking too much about it during this time period. Next, we have the Ace of Wands, the new spark, the exciting new beginning, the start or the opportunity to start a new path. That's very exciting and energetic and enthusiastic, perhaps creative and inspiring as well. With the Ten of Swords, which can be a very difficult card. It can be a card that represents betrayal, exploitation, feeling stabbed in the back or thrown under the bus, but it's also at an end. The tens represent cycle ending, cycle achievement, a cycle coming full circle again. And even though this looks like it's been a difficult one, and it may indeed have included, being hurt or stabbed in the back or thrown under the bus, it's at an end. The clouds are beginning to break up. The light is beginning to shine through. In some other decks, you can see the sun's actually rising in the background. The animals are beginning to return to the scene. So this is about something really difficult being at an end, and it's time to get up and brush yourself off and start to move through this and beyond this, because there's a new opportunity in front of you that looks well worth taking. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy and focus for the last 2 weeks of November is the Ace of Cups. Emotional renewal can sometimes represent new love and romance. Emotional renewal, self love, self value, self awareness. Cups is governed by the element of water, which governs our emotional atmosphere. So, this is literally an emotional renewal again. It can sometimes be um, waking up to your understanding and awareness of how valuable and unique and special a human being you are, and making decisions that support that, not just in who you choose to spend making decisions that support how valuable a creature, a human being you are, means making the best decisions in your life that say I'm worth it. It's not just about relationships. It's about making good decisions in work, making good decisions in health, making good decisions in finances, because I want to take good care of myself, because I'm worth it. I'm valuable. It can sometimes represent new love and romance. You have two aces in this reading. I love this reading for you altogether, Gemini, because whatever is behind you or you're moving away from looks like it's been pretty difficult. Um, and of course, we all have our own part to play often, not always, but most of the time, we all have our own part to play in challenging situations because we make decisions, right? And choices. So that may have been part of it too. And it may be that for some of you, you were hurt, exploited, taken advantage of, or you expected somebody to be there. Um, and that should have been there for you, and in fact they weren't. It might be that for you as well too, because I'm thinking of the readings for your other two signs as well. But you're making a decision to move forward. Financially, might be financial. It might be for some of you a combination of finances and emotional stuff as well. I mean, the two are usually linked anyway. Could be relationship and finances for some of you. It's about making the decisions and taking action to remove yourself, to put yourself on a healing path away from something difficult and challenging. It's not immediate, it's a process. It's going to take a little bit of time, and I think you know that, but you're making the decisions, making good decisions on that path to continue that healing process. Good financial decisions, even if they might be a little difficult or restrictive. Um, Good emotional decisions, but it doesn't feel like many of you are talking about it too much. But it's a great reading. I love this reading for you. Okay, I think I'm just going to, I don't really feel like clarifying anything, so I think I'm going to move on to any final messages, guidance, or advice for, for Gemini. The King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Be who you are. Be the king or queen of who you are, as advice, because we all start off as pages, right? Pages, we have those chronological court cards: page, knight, king, queen. I always look at kings and queens as just different genders of the same kind of maturity level. You can look at it in terms of maturity level. Pages can represent young people or children, or being at a place in life where you're learning. Pages aren't action oriented. They don't have the ability to start manifesting anything yet like the knights do, because they're only pages. Pages are like students, are in the process of learning and gaining the information. And then they kind of grow a bit, they mature a bit into the energy of the knights. And the knights take that knowledge and lessons and learning, and they charge forward, sometimes a little too quickly, but that's part of the learning process too. They charge forward to start taking all that knowledge and manifesting things into physical reality. Sometimes it works well, sometimes it doesn't, because the knights are so fast, right? Maybe teenagers, 20s kind of thing. And then maturity comes, you keep maturing and growing until you reach the status of kings and queens, which have been through all of that stuff, and they've learned how to balance their own natural elemental talents in order to manifest things in a way that gets things done without things blowing up too much. Although, of course, in an ideal world, we still, as kings and queens, make mistakes too. But Spirit's asking you to manifest the best of the balance and maturity in your element, which is the air, which is air sign, which is intellectual belief systems, ideologies, perspectives, seeing things in a true, practical, clear way, and making the right decisions based on what is, not on what you wish or hope or want, but on what is and what is good and what makes sense. The Tower and the Six of Cups. And again, some of it might be challenging. The Tower is an unexpected event which comes in, which is often pretty much life path changing. Sometimes can be very challenging because it can represent the breakdown of something that we thought was going to be in place for quite some time, if not forever. The Six of Cups is a card of historical connection, childhood roots of origin, people, places, situations we've been with for a long time or have some kind of historical connection with. So this is, the breaking down of something which has been in place for some time. Now that something may be a job, a relationship, a way of looking at something, an ideology, but it's coming apart in a major way, and it needs to, in order for change to happen, real true change to happen. And it's not easy. I mean, cards like the Ten of Swords, the Tower, these are not easy cards, but Spirit is asking you to make best choices for who you are moving forward. And be smart, be clear thinking, insightful, and make decisions based on that have a foundation in truth and reality, because that's what the King and Queen of Swords do. There's an implication here with the Seven of Swords that perhaps you don't talk about it too much, and maybe you shouldn't talk about it too much, except perhaps to your closest and dearest, or not. Take any and all opportunities to move forward that you can, to put all this challenging stuff behind you. Try not to sit and dwell in it too much. Action is the best weapon we have against depression and fear and anxiety. So moving forward. It's a great reading. I love this reading for you, Gemini. Okay, Gemini, that is your reading for the last 2 weeks of November. I hope you enjoyed it, found it helpful, useful, validating, all of that. Again, if any of it resonates with you, you would like to reach out for a personal reading, maybe take a deeper look at something for yourself or as a gift for someone else as we're approaching the holiday season. Again, click on that description link. You'll see my email address, Maggie, the number one McGuire at gmail.com. Feel free to email me directly. I'd be delighted to hear from you. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the December general readings. Take care until then. And again, for those of you celebrating the upcoming holiday of Thanksgiving, I wish you a lovely, safe, and peaceful holiday. And I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye bye.